I would like to just for a minute, let's try and find a good news story. There's a tendency sometimes to think that we are regressing. And so what I would really like is a news story that puts that to bed, that shows that we're not going backwards, you know? So let's just take a look at this one, shall we?
Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Liz here with you. So as of today, Louisiana is now the first state in the country to allow convicted child rapists to be surgically castrated.
So let me just spool back just for a second here. They're saying in Louisiana, which is, you know, if ever there was going to be something hugely regressive happening legally, judicially, it's going to happen in Louisiana. It's not exactly an area of America that is famed for its progressive mentalities.
Louisiana is now the first state in the country to allow convicted child rapists to be surgically castrated.
And they have passed a law that's going to make it legal for the state to castrate, to cut off the testicles of child sex offenders. Which, look, I'm not saying what they do is okay. It is patently not. It's disgusting. It's gross. It's life damaging. It's like all of the things that we always say these people are, right? They absolutely should be punished. And I guess you could make a case that, you know, if you remove those elements of the anatomy, maybe that makes them less aggressive or something. I'm not enough of a physician to know what the actual physical impact would be on a person. Like, could they still get a boner and then still attack people? I don't know. But it just, like, doesn't this seem really uncomfortably medieval to anyone?
To be surgically castrated.
I don't know. I just feel like if you know that you're badly wired, right? If you know that through a mixture of trauma and just bad luck of the draw, you were wired in such a way that meant that you were attracted to kids, right? I think it should be an option that's open to you. You know, if you know that acting on those urges would severely hurt somebody, I think it's an option that should be open to you to just have that taken off, you know? That would be the honourable thing to do. Or like chemical castration, right? You should have medicine available to you that just nukes your libido. You just have no urges whatsoever then. I think that should be an option. But I also feel like what problem do they actually think they're going to solve with this particular punishment is really what it is. It's not a preventative measure, is it? Because if you are, like, let's say you are a 30-year-old high school teacher and you end up attacking in some capacity a 11-year-old girl, right? You get caught, you're arrested, you're charged, you're convicted. They're not going to let you out. They're just not, because of all of the shit that you did. Everyone knows what you are, what you did. You're not getting out of the slammer. This is America. They have like draconian sentencing going on over there. You're not getting out of the slammer. You're just not. Which means if you're in the cell, you're not. How are you posing it? So it feels like this is on top of that. This is a punishment measure, which really does put it into the leagues of, like, you know, third world countries and, you know, hacking people's hands off for stealing. And it's not civil, is it? It really, I tell you what it does. It propels me back to that old Ides of March monologue that George Clooney delivers in it, where they ask him about this stuff. They go, oh, you know, if somebody attacked your wife or your kid, you would want to kill them, right? So shouldn't the death penalty be available to everyone and blah, blah, blah. And he says, yes, I would, but the state has to be better than the individual. So we're stuck with me there. The state has to be better than the individual because we all sign up to live as a state, as a civilization of people, as a society. And with that comes responsibilities and protocols and goalposts that we're willing to sit within. And we've decided unanimously, like throughout society, that we have to be better than X or Y. We don't subscribe to bloodlust. We are civilized. We aren't going to kill people because we don't have that right, etc., etc. It is state overreach. It is barbaric. And I really feel like, you know, even if somebody ran out like into my daughter's nursery and did, yes, I would want to visit absolute terror on them. You'd have to hold me back. I would absolutely murder them. But the state has to be better than my subscription to that bloodlust, right?
Nuclear war and climate change keep raging. The